Follow me on this journey of finding and discovering our horse's ulcers and completely curing them. This is Maverick, and he is a super neat barrel horse. My kids ride this horse. I mean, you can brand on him. I got married on him, and he's just a really special horse. So we want to make sure he's good to go. So Maverick has actually been on the back burner for a couple years and just turned out to pasture, which is just dry lot with alfalfa hay. And so he had no reason to have ulcers, but we figured we better check. And he was not happy, even with sedation, about having this tube shoved up his nose, and he still fought, but we got it done. He's always been kind of funny about his nose being bothered because it will sunburn, so he fought pretty hard even with sedation. So this is what they found. And the vet keeps spraying it with water to see if it'll wash off, to see if it's just residue, but since it's not coming off and you can kind of see the swollen red underneath, it is ulceration that the body is trying to take care of. So basically, yes, he has ulcers, even though he's been turned out with hay, no stress, anything like that, and no reason to necessarily have ulcers. The funny thing is, he didn't really show any signs. He's got great behavior, he's very willing, he doesn't do anything wrong, and his coat always looked good and all of that. Probably the only thing this horse showed was he doesn't like to finish his food, and we thought maybe he just didn't like the stems. Apparently that has something to do with them having ulcers. So Maverick has grade 2 ulcers, and we are going to start him on the Victory protocol by Elite Equine Health and Performance, which is the ulcer defense and the Victory. So this horse is named Sparky. Now, up until a couple weeks ago, this horse had been turned out and hadn't been in work, and we brought him in, separated him, he started pacing the fence. He's always been a horse that wants to be kind of nervous, so we figured he was the type. So we already started him. He has 2 weeks of Victory protocol. Now, we actually took extra precautions with this horse because we didn't know how he would act. So we not only twitched him, but he got a little extra sedation. And as it turns out, he probably didn't need it. He did really good, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Obviously, he's not a fan, but he actually didn't fight as hard as Maverick did, so that was good. He did really good for this. Before getting scoped, both of these horses were fasted for 16 hours, at least. And as I said before, this horse was already showing signs of ulcers, so we started him already. He's 2 weeks into the protocol. When we pulled him out of the pasture, he was very fat, fluffy, kind of dull looking. Now, what we found on this horse was actually really interesting. He didn't have ulcers, but he showed signs, well, I guess she graded him at a 1, but he showed signs of significant healing from having ulcers. So basically, this horse clearly had ulcers, and he is almost complete with the healing process. And he's only been on the Victory protocol for a couple of weeks, but he did show signs that he had ulcers, which is why we started him. But his behavior really changed. He quit pacing, he quit being nervous, and so all very exciting. This is definitely why we were going to put Maverick on the same protocol. Further in, more beautiful tissue, although a little bit of like red striations.
That poor baby is so traumatized.
Okay, if you just want to explain the two.
Yeah, so this one has a little bit more healing. He has hyperkeratosis in his greater curvature along the margoplicatus and the lesser curvature. It's less significant than this one, who has fibrin plaques on some areas along his margoplicatus, but it's just not as thick and appearing. So these look a little bit more recent, and these look a little bit more old.
Okay. And then, sorry, what was your name?
Dr. Rachel Liepman.
Not to know about it.
So this is a plaque here of fibrin, and then you can see, if you look closely, there's like some linear erosions that are like little ulcers right here. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So this is covering it and trying to heal it.
So here we go. Sparky's going to continue on Victory protocol, and Maverick's actually going to get Dragon Tamer protocol because I'm going to separate him, and I know he's going to be pissed about it. This is what it looks like dry. We add water to everything. Here we go. Be sure to follow for part 2 and 3 of this journey as we get him through this and get these ulcers healed.